Let's do some breathing. Really love to invite you to grab your beverage of choice. The act of intentionally putting a liquid in your mouth and feeling everything about it really being present for the process of drinking is a creation of space and is, it's a setting of intention and all of that. It can be. I think liquids are a beautiful medium for awareness and introspection and presence. Just take your time and pay attention to how it tastes, how it feels, the texture of it, and the emotional response to it, how it makes your body feel. Just let yourself relax. Let's do our circular breathing. I think I'm feeling non-even primes today. Let's do 3 rounds of 5 count breathing. I think that sounds nice. So we'll do 5 counts to breathe in, 5 counts to hold that breath, 5 counts to just empty your lungs and breathe it all out. We'll do that 3 times in a row. I'll go ahead and lead us in that. Let's breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold 2, 3, 4, 5, and out 2, 3, 4, 5, and in 2, 4, 5, and hold 2, 3, 4, 5, and out 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one, in 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold 2, 3, 4, 5, and out 2, 3, 4, 5. Just let your body exist. See if you can find anything that kind of physically spoke to you during your deep breaths. If there's a place in your body that says, hey, I'm uncomfortable, I need attention, or even if your body is comfortable, a place that says, I feel exultant, I feel good. That's a wonderful thing to notice too. And to just acknowledge and say, hey, good to see you, you know. We love to greet sensations within our own body. If there's something uncomfortable physically, find it, breathe deep into it, and just say to it, I see you, I hear you, I understand. It's okay. If there's something that feels really wonderful in your body, just thank you. I see you, I feel you, that's wonderful. Exactly what you need to be. Remember to celebrate ourselves in addition to listening to the parts of us that are not completely happy or okay. It's all so important. Let's go into some visualization. I'm going to give myself another little sip of my tea. And if you would like to close your eyes, or if you already have, that's awesome. Let's give ourselves one more good deep breath. The sensation of rooting down, as you breathe out. And with that breathing in, feel your shoulders kind of straighten. Feel the top of your head lift. And I'd like for you to try to remember with your in-breaths to rise and with your out-breaths to root as we move through some visualization. In and up and out and down, and just feel yourself like a stem, like a tower. Let's visualize ourselves as a small, growing thing. Plant, just a stem and a shallow root system. A couple little leaves just kind of starting to stretch. And as you breathe in, just feel your leaves kind of stretch out and expand. Start to soak up that sunshine to create life force. As you breathe out, feel your root system start to tendril down. Find security and comfort, safety in the ground, but also a sense of structure, a sense of belonging, steadiness. Breathe in. Just feel yourself grow a bit in the stem, a little upward, sunward. Just take a minute to note how strong your stem is. It might be thin and wibbledy, but the wonderful thing about plant fiber is that it's so resilient. Sunflower stems in particular take an awful lot of bend before they face any breakage. That's incredible. Just feel kind of spinal stem growth. Just think about flexibility and strength. On your next out breath, feel the other side of that, and the roots, the spreading out and the tendriling down, the grip of the roots, the ability to create an infrastructure, to create a network and a stability point for yourself, to find your place in the earth where you can fit yourself in and get everything you need. That's an amazing superpower. Your next breath in, let's focus that upward growth a bit more. Give yourself a couple more leaves. Just more ability, more surface area to absorb what you need externally to be able to fuel yourself internally. You're capable of recognizing what self-care looks like in the world, how to synthesize your own internal nutrition from what you can pull for yourself from the outside. Let's just feel how cool that is. To be able to grow new leaves, to find new pieces of surface area, to absorb what is light and what is good. Even if your first leaves are kind of small, not able to soak up as much light, as much joy and love as you need to grow well, you grow more leaves, you grow more receptors. You learn how to perceive light in more ways. Let's revisit now the roots. Remember that rising, that rooting, mutually beneficial movements. You can do both. Support each other, they balance. Down here in the root system, let's take a minute to just reinforce those roots. There's only so far you can stretch before your structure becomes thin, overtaxed. Your life structure, your root, your support, your architecture. If it's spread too thin, too many places, it's less strong. There's a balance point between spreading far and deep enough and thickening of the roots that already exist, reinforcement of infrastructure. So just think about the areas of your life where you've really invested a lot of yourself, really created the structure, created the safety system, created the security and the resources that you need. Think about any place that those systems in your life, those areas of your life could use a little reinforcing, a little smoothing, strengthening. It's, cleaning your kitchen so it's easier to eat things that are healthy for you instead of ordering takeout. If it's just going outside more, if it's calling, your mother, whatever. Just something that gives you a sense of structure, stability, resource. You could just offer a little maintenance too. Make a note of it. Take another deep breath in and out here. Underground in the roots. Come back out to the top of our plant. Let's find ourselves with a little bud, a little flower bud up here. We've got a good, strong, growing stalk. We've got good leaves that are out here taking in all the sunshine, everything that we need to grow joyfully. And now at the top of our stem, we have this wonderful little bud full of potential. And just let it just be in flower bud state. Let's just sit here with this and breathe with this little sunflower bud just as it is. Don't need to rush it to bloom. The bud is all about that potential, just incubating, taking its time to create something that is so splendid and so unique to this one flower. And we know that when it opens, it's going to be elegant, it's going to be geometric, it's going to be unlike any other sunflower. It's going to be exactly what it needs to be. Why don't we just sit here and just let this bud be what it is? I'd love for you to think about the kind of you that you hope to be today. What are all the most wonderful, elegant, geometric, unusual qualities that you love about yourself, you hope will be manifest in your travels, your interactions today. The you that you are ready to receive and ready to share and ready to be. Just think about those qualities that could be waiting in this little flower bud, just full of potential to be exactly the particular you of today, unlike any other you of any other day. You get to reinvent yourself every single day, just a little. You get to make small, impactful choices for your own sustainable happiness and the benefit of the world around you. And you get to do that every day. Isn't that a gift? Let's just let our flower bud percolate here and sit and become its most beautiful potential self. Let's just put our hopes into it for who we want to be today, which us we want to be. Give yourself another deep breath there. One more. Just with our flower. I'd like to zoom out for just a moment here. Give ourselves a full system check. Take a step back from your flower self and look at the whole thing. Say we can see through the earth and see our root structure. We can see all the little spiny hairs on the side of our stem that are there to protect us against natural dangers. Got our own little armor built on there, but in a soft way. Got all of our leaves, just soaking up sunshine and love and possibility. We've got our good strong roots that we have intentionally reinforced, intentionally spread into the network that best serves us. Got beautiful little flower bud. Just take a minute and see if there's any point of this flower that feels like it could use a little extra strengthening. You're in charge of your own plant cellulose. You can decide where to strengthen and thicken the tissue. Decide if you need more spine today. If you need a little more armor today. The beautiful thing about plants is that they evolve to meet the needs of their environment. Do you need more leaves on your plant? Just a little extra help soaking up some sunshine? Do you need deeper roots? Do you need whatever? To prune some roots that are starting to go thin and wimpy on you, just kind of dying off. There's nothing wrong with that. Prune what doesn't serve us so that the rest can grow stronger. So just take a second to look at your flower self and see where you want to gift yourself more attention, more intention. Again, also, see where you want to celebrate yourself, where you feel just resplendent and strong and beautiful, and like you're doing a great job. Just say, yes, I love this part of me. I love that I do this. I love that I'm capable of this creation. Take 3 more deep breaths, just looking at the big picture, fine-tuning our beautiful flower self and letting that flower bud just finish getting ready to share with the world. After your 3rd breath, zoom back in on our little flower bud. say, we're ready to open now. Even if it's just for ourselves on our insides, we don't want to share this particular flower yet, that's okay. You get to choose what you share and what you keep to yourself. But if only for you, just let your flower bud just open. Let it breathe its petals out. Show that beautiful sunflower center. All those brilliant little seeds just growing wonderful, beautiful ideas. Sunflowers are wonderful creatures. Petals are just shiny and beautiful. They reflect the sun around them. They give back what goes into them, which is just such a wonderful quality. Their seeds provide an incredible source of neural function improving fatty acids and things like that. The seeds of a sunflower are there to create gorgeous geometry and to serve as such a dense source of everything you need to make your brains work better and to bring you happiness. They're just incredible little powerhouses. You know that you have that in you. You know that you have sunflower brain. It's nice to be reminded. It's nice to remind yourself you're capable of great acts of function and form and sharing and nurturing. And you create your own sacred geometry just by existing. Let's take a minute with our bloomed sunflower head and just find 3 things. I know it's a challenge sometimes. Find 3 things that are just so uniquely, beautifully you. Let's try to make a list of 3 things that are wonderful about you. Sit with that. You find your 3 things. You can repeat them to yourselves. And the rule of Sunflower Land is that if you say something good about yourself 3 times, that means it's the law. It's true. It's an indisputable fact. If you say your wonderful qualities about you 3 times, then they must be true. And no one can argue them. And you are that wonderful. It's the law. I think we'll just allow this sunflower to stand. I'm going to carry this flower around with us all day. Zoom out again. Remember, this beautiful sunflower head contains your 3 wonderful, beautiful, completely unique, true facts about you. Remember, you can grow new flower buds, new versions of yourself, just waiting to bring joy. and grow them anytime. You get to reinvent yourself every single day. Look at your leaves. Look at how wonderful they are at doing their job. They're capable of absorbing so much goodness. You're capable of bringing in anything that is around you that brings you joy and strength and turning it into exactly what you need for your insides. You have a good, strong stalk that is flexible and as armored as it needs to be at any given time, and as soft as it needs to be at any given time. You have this beautiful system of roots that can be pruned and grown and straightened and strengthened and curled around obstacles anytime. You are in charge of your own architecture, your own network, and where you put your energy into strengthening your resources and where you prune. You're in charge of that. That's a very strong place to come from. And remember, as you breathe in to rise up and breathe out to root down. You can do that anytime, anywhere, any day. That's yours. Now, let's do 5 rounds of 3-count breaths. We're going to hold the sunflower inside of us as we do our transitional metered breathing, work our way back toward walking space. But we're not putting our visualization away today. Just absorb it into you. Let it be there. You are the sunflower of your own creation. That's a fact. All right, let's breathe with me 5 times. We'll take 3 breaths in, or 3 counts of breathing in, 3 count of holding, 3 count of letting go. 5 times. Let's go. Breathe in, 2, 3, hold, 2, 3, out, 2, 3, and in, 2, 3, hold, 2, 3, out, 2, 3, and in, 2, 3, hold, 2, 3, out, 2, and in, 2, 3, hold, 2, 3, out, 2, 3. Last one. In, 2, 3, hold, 2, 3, out, 2, 3. Really empty your lungs and then fill them back up fresh. Let's give ourselves a few transitional sips of our beverage. Reconnect our insides to our outsides, our inner world with our walking world. Feeling. Don't forget to get a little movement back in your stems. feeling rooted? Slash, were you able to find something wonderful to carry around with you today? I have a sunflower out in my garden. It's so unusual. It's no visible seeds because every single one of the seeds in there grew petals all the way to the center. And sunflowers are built in such a way that all of their pores or whatever that seeds grow out of and that the petals grow out of, they're all the same kind of material. And then genetically it'll decide if it's going to just stay a flower or stay a seed or grow petals outward. And so then we have some sunflowers that are mostly seed head with a little kind of frill around the outside, and some that have a lot more petals. But I've never seen one until now that is entirely petals the whole way across. It doesn't have that kind of iconic sunflower core. It's fascinating.